Hello my lovelies and welcome back to my channel. I am Annie and I am here to help you with your spoken English, your vocabulary and your communication skills. Today I'm going to talk about some words that are difficult to pronounce and most commonly mispronounced. I have done a couple of pronunciation videos already, so you can check them right here. Whenever I ask you guys what kind of videos do you want to see, you often say we want to see words that are difficult to pronounce, common mispronunciations, so here it is. There will be 20 words that I will be sharing the correct pronunciation of. You can also use this video to check your pronunciation skills and tell me in the comments below what were the words that you were mispronouncing or even pronouncing it correctly. Tell me in the comments below. Let's get started. We'll begin with a simpler word here. Plumber. Plumber. It is oftenly mispronounced, especially in India, as plumber. People don't realize that the B in this spelling is silent. So it would be plumber and plumbing and not plumber and plumbing. Plumber, plumber. The next word is this, and it is one of my favorite words to pronounce actually. What is it? Genre. It's genre, or you can, give it a little bit of accent and say genre, but it is not genre. A lot of people mispronounce it as genre, and whenever somebody, I ask them that, let's watch a movie, and they'll be like, which genre? And I'll be like, Kendall. I know that was a bad joke, but this is not genre, it's a genre or genre. Okay, not genre. Number 3, we have this word, and it is the most difficult word to pronounce for many of you because of the two r pronunciation in this. So it is rural, 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 rural. It's rural. Number 4, we have subtle, subtle, which means not very obvious, very slight, very light. Subtle, subtle. Even here the B is silent. It's subtle. I gave him subtle hints that I liked him, which means I didn't make it too obvious. I gave him slight hints that I liked him. Subtle. Next word we have this, and a lot of you have a hard time pronouncing this word because we hear it as colonel, but the spelling is colonel. So what is it? So the correct pronunciation of this word is colonel. There used to be an R in the spelling earlier, but then it later got changed. But the pronunciation remained the same, so it is kernel, kernel. Even if there is no R in the spelling, it is kernel. I know English is a funny language. It's kernel. Related to this word, on number 6, we have a similar type of word, and this is not oftenly mispronounced, but it is commonly confused. There are two pronunciations and you are often confused which is the correct pronunciation. So is it lieutenant or is it lieutenant? So both the pronunciations are correct. It can either be lieutenant, it can either be lieutenant. Both of them are correct. On number 7, we have this word, and I know the spelling looks horrific. I mean, how are you going to pronounce this? But it is actually very simple. It's queue. It's the long line that everybody stands in if they're waiting for something. It's a queue. A queue. That's it. It's a queue. The next word, the word you most commonly ask me to pronounce it for you is entrepreneur. Entrepreneur. A lot of you start it with like entrepreneur, but that is incorrect. It's entrepreneur. Entrepreneur. You would not start it as in, but as an on sound. Entrepreneur, entrepreneur. Moving on number 9, we have literally. Literally. A lot of you are confused. Is it literally or is it literally? So you can say either. You can also say literally or you can say literally. So both of them are correct. On number 10, I have the number 1 mispronounced word in India, onion. It is not onion, it's onion, 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 kind of like minions, onion, not onion, onion. Also, before we move further, I just want to tell you that The registration for my spoken English classes that are starting from 17th May are now open, and if you want to join my spoken English classes and be mentored by me, you can DM me on Instagram or leave a comment below. On number 11, I actually have some words that have two correct pronunciations, and you are often confused that which is the correct pronunciation and which word should I use. So some of the words that have two correct pronunciations are, it is also privacy, it is also privacy. It can be data, it can also be data. It can be schedule as well as schedule, and it can also be often as well as often. On number 12, we have the word cliche. This word is pronounced as cliche and not click. A lot of people are tempted to say click, but it is cliche, cliche. Next, we have Wednesday. Wednesday, not Wednesday, the D is silent. Wednesday. You can either say Wednesday without the D, or you can say Wednesday, Wednesday. On number 14, we have this word. Can you give it a try? It's lingerie. Lingerie. It is a French word, so it has that kind of effect to it. Lingerie. Lingerie. On number 15, we have catastrophe. Catastrophe. Not cat. We are tempted to say cat, but you have to cut it short like k. Catastrophe. 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 On number 16, we have, how would you pronounce this? Is it accessory or is it accessory? It actually is accessory. We are so tempted to say accessory, but it's accessory. Accessory. Hey my coffee lovers, this one's for you. Espresso? No. Espresso. Espresso. There's no X in the spelling. Espresso. Espresso. We are so tempted to say espresso because usually that's the prefix, right? X, but it's espresso. Quick, we have a murderer loose on number 18. Murderer. Murderer. A lot of you say murderer, so that would be incorrect. It's murderer, murderer, murderer. On number 19, we have a common mispronunciation of the word pronunciation itself. Not pronunciation, pronunciation. There's no noun in the spelling, so pronunciation, pronunciation, pronunciation. Okay, so the last word, I want to talk to you about two words that are from the Spanish language that we often use, but it is mojito and jalapeno. We are tempted to pronounce it the way it looks, like mojito and jalapeno, but that would be incorrect. It's mojito and jalapeno. The J is pronounced as an H sound in the Spanish language, so it would be mojito and jalapeno. Kind of like this word in German, you have Volkswagen and not Volkswagen. The W is a first sound, so it would be Volkswagen, Volkswagen. If you are interested in such words like these mispronounced brands, then I have already made a video on common brand name mispronunciation, so you can watch that too. And when you watch that video, please don't judge me because that was one of the first videos. Actually, that's the first video on my channel, and you can see the quality and everything, but please don't judge me for that. It's my first video, so you can watch that, but it's really informative, so you can watch that too. So that was it for today's video. Tell me in the comments below how many words were you mispronouncing, and also let me know if there are any words that you want me to tell you the correct pronunciation of. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. It really helps me a lot. And if you haven't still subscribed to my channel, what are you waiting for? It's for free, guys. Subscribe. Bye guys. I'll see you next time. Much love.